Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon, click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. Sunday, July 18th, 10:41 a.m. p.m. Well, we're halfway through the month. Let's look at a stock index, the old school stock index, the original stock index, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is 30 companies in the index. These 30 companies are not all the original companies in it. And we'll look at them, those current companies, compare them to the stock index, see what's trending, what's making all-time new highs, what's in a consolidation, what's trending down. It helps determine which stocks to focus on if you're bullish. So here's the index on the right-hand side. For the week, we made a red candle. We have not made an all-time high currently. This is the all-time high back here. And this is what we did on Friday. The small red candle closed back inside the prior week. That's not bullish. We're still in this consolidation phase here, big consolidation. So for year to date, we're higher. That's a trend. But the current phase right now is in a consolidation. And it's a big sell-off on Friday because we went back inside and closed again inside that prior range. We'll go alphabetical order, looking at the stocks. The first is Apple, which is from the NASDAQ 100 index, but it's also in the Dow index. And that we hit an all-time high at Apple for the year, outstanding. But the index did not, so Apple is outperforming the index. Go to the next. AMGN. Here's the all-time high. Here we are now. It's underperforming the Dow. It's not leadership. And again, those are different sectors from Apple and Amgen, different sectors. Now we'll go to another one, financial sectors. American Express. It's an inside candle for a week, which is that yellow candle. And the prior week's was all-time high. So it's outperforming the Dow, but not as well as Apple. It's also outperforming the Amgen stock. So we have two sectors that are looking good, the tech for Apple and finance for the bank. And Boeing. It's underperforming the stock index. Look at that. Look where the all-time high was, all the way back here for Apple. And I mean for Boeing. And look what Boeing did this week. Huge sell-off. Closed below the low of last week, moving further away from the high, close to the low of the year. Caterpillar as well, closed red for the week and took out the low of last week. That's bearish. So right now we're looking at most of the stocks, and most of them are trading below the highs, and most of them are trading worse than the index. CRM as well too. The prior week was the all-time high for the year. But look, the all-time high of last year was here. So we're underperforming the performance last year. That's not good. Let's go to Cisco, another technology. Here's the all-time high. That was a week ago. Here we are now, back in consolidation phase. It's struggling. CVX, Chevron. Also, huge sell-off. Broke below the low of last week, where there's a high, but now we're broke below this consolidation. One would expect more selling to come in. And as these individual stocks go lower and lower, and more of them go lower and lower, that's going to affect its index. Disney. Wow, look at Disney. Actually green. Traded higher and closed above the high of last week, but still way off the highs. And it's in this lower acceleration phase, it's struggling. And that is a bearish pin bar. So we'll see if we get a follow through. If we open lower, below that low, you're going to see more selling pressure come in. Dow Chemical. Oof. Looks bad. Huge sell-off. That broke below the low of last week and below this consolidation. Goldman Sachs. Well, Goldman Sachs, another financial like American Express. But American Express was performing better. So we made a high last week and then closed back inside the range of last week. It's struggling. Another bearish pin bar. Home Depot. Got definitely below the high of the years. Did a reverse, trending higher, but now it's an acceleration phase and it closed back inside that range of the prior week. But a lot of them are looking bad. HON, Honeywell. Just shy of that all-time high too. Look at that big move up for the week. Closed above that prior week. That's good. So it's getting for that all-time high. Interesting, the sectors that are turning around. They're less technology, less. Yeah. You can go by playlist of the videos of sectors and see what's going on, where the leadership is rotating to. IBM, inside candle for the week. It's an acceleration down here, trending down from the highs. Huge sell-offs these periods, so I want to expect it may have acceleration before the next breakout. Intel. Oh, it's struggling. It's an acceleration phase, and the prior trend was there down in acceleration phase. Want to expect it to break lower. Johnson & Johnson. Here's the high. This was a swing high, failed to take out that high. And now that closed red, if we close lower than that red this week, if we close below that red, that just shows more weakness up here. JP Morgan, another financial, but it's showing weaker. Look how American Express was outperforming. So we saw Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, which is here, underperforming American Express. Yeah, it's an acceleration phase. It's not good. KO. Huge up move for the week. Wow, outstanding. All-time new high for the year. Leadership, big move up. Outperforming the Dow. And McDonald's, another one, all-time new high. But when it made that all-time high, it closed back inside that range of last week. So a lot of sellers stepped in there. So it's back inside this consolidation. 3M. Way below the highs. It's basically an acceleration phase here. Merck, very disappointing. Yeah. Here's the high for this year. Here's the high from last year. Not leadership, bad. Microsoft, outstanding, all-time new high for the year. Strong like bull. Good leadership, outstanding. Nice trend. Had acceleration, broke out, long run up. I shared this several times past weeks. There was a strong stock to be buying. Good job if you follow through. Nike, outstanding, another new high. 4 weeks in a row. Yep, 4 weeks in a row, new highs. But it made a smaller trading range for the week and closed red back inside that. So we may have a reversal for a pullback. Opportunity if it pulls back on weakness to buy. So I'll be watching for a pullback inside this range. See if we're going to pull back, maybe even down here. But it was strong run up. Procter & Gamble, also way below the highs of last year, underperforming. Here's the high from last year. And we haven't even taken out the high for this year. We had a huge move up last week, breaking out of this consolidation. So we'll see what happens if we break the high this year, but still underperforming from last year. And travels, TRV, another financial, still below the high of the year. Looks like it's just doing retracement. Not necessarily going to be leadership. We'll see how far it goes up. But huge sell-off. those past weeks. But it did have nice volume to push it up here. So hopefully that volume, when it goes up here, if it does, has even more. UNH. Again, another big move. That was good. Big move up, push. That's good. Visa, all-time new high, outstanding. Financials. We definitely see a lot of financial companies are doing better than the index. Nice push. Verizon. Wow. Communications. Not good. Here's the high for this year. And look at the high from last year. It's not leadership. It's terrible. It's an consolidation, but a bearish consolidation. Let's see if buyers eventually come back in here at this demand zone, but it's struggling. Whiskey, Bravo, Alpha. Wow, huge sell-off for several weeks now. Here's the high, and they had that high. Immediately that high closed red back inside that prior week. And look at all these retests, never made it up high enough. Went in consolidation, went down, broke down, took down now that low. Very bearish. In Walmart. Oh, below the high of last year, below the high of this year. Here's the high of this year. Here's the high of last year. Just struggling. Struggling. Not leadership. Their competition, Target, look at that. Target, all-time new high, outstanding. They are not part of the Dow index, but maybe you should dump Walmart and bid in Target. Weeks ago, I did share this one also too. Yeah. Just remember, halfway through the month. At the end of the month, we'll look at the higher time frames, the monthly candles. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video, and please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel. By going below and clicking on my PayPal link, you can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.